Coming to you from Quarantine, New York, Unger the Radar presents Movie Commentaries, starring Randy Unger. Tonight, we're going to be watching Mrs. Doubtfire, with special guest Chris Clemente and Jared Albert. Grab your popcorn, dim the lights, it's movie time!
Hey guys, I'm Randy Unger, and this is another edition of Unger the Radar, where we talk all things film. And this is actually our second episode of Movie Commentaries. And I just wanted to welcome everyone who's watching at home and on your devices. It's a very special event. We're going to be watching the 1993 comedy classic, Mrs. Doubtfire. And it's going to be a great commentary. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I want to introduce two of my fellow critics tonight. We've got Mr. Chris Clemente. Hello.
Hello. How's it going, sir?
Good, good. And Mr. Jared Albert. Welcome back, sir.
Hello.
Nice. I love your background, Jared.
Thank you. Thank you. I think we'll be dining there later tonight.
Yeah.
Can I get an order of peppered shrimp, please?
Yes.
No pepper. I'm allergic. Nice. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun, but on a little bit of a serious note, actually, August 11th is coming up, and back on August 11th, 2014, the star of the film, Mr. Robin Williams, sadly, tragically passed away. So tonight's show is going to be a tribute to him, and I hope he's watching. I hope we can put a smile on his face, because he's been putting smiles on our faces for many decades. So yeah, guys, this is our second show. Last time we did Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. We had a lot of fun doing that. And we just wanted to explore this gem, Mrs. Doubtfire. It's a wonderful film. It's hilarious. It's got heart. It's got great performances. It's got Oscar-winning makeup, and Pierce Brosnan's in it too. So, guys, I think you're all almost ready to go to press play.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone watching at home, right now you should have the 20th Century Fox logo on pause. That's all you see is the logo, and we're gonna press play. So when I say play, just push play. And 3, 2, 1, play.
I missed the 20th Century Fox logo.
They're shining.
Gentlemen, start your engines. And I think this was done by someone who worked at Looney Tunes at Warner Brothers, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
This little opening cartoon.
Yeah, it definitely has that Looney Tunes vibe.
Mm-hmm. And guys, I'm just curious, what are some of your earliest memories? I'll tell you mine real quick. So I don't think I saw this in theaters. I think I got the VHS as a gift for my communion when I was 7 years old, 7 or 8. And I watched the VHS quite a bit. It was one of my staples, one of my go-tos.
Mm-hmm.
I had the VHS of this and a Mighty Max toy. So that was a good day. But Jared, what are some of your early memories of this movie?
I can't remember if I saw it in theaters. I think I did.
Uh-huh.
I think I did. And of course, I fell in love. Because I remember this scene, this original scene. I don't know. It caught me by surprise because I wasn't expecting it for some reason. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I did see it in theaters. And I think this is the first movie featuring Harvey Fierstein that I've seen.
Very nice. And 2 years later, it would be Independence Day.
Yes. But yeah, no, definitely this one. Yeah, I don't think I saw it before. Maybe on TV somewhere.
Okay. Chris, how about you? What are your early memories?
Oh, this was a staple for mine too. VHS. Anytime I was homesick, I would just pop this in. And
Real good.
It's funny talking about this first scene. It brings back memories because I think this was really the first time I was introduced to Robin Williams. Really cognizant of the man's abilities, and this was right before Aladdin 2, if I'm not
This
mistaken.
was 1 year after.
1 year after. Okay. Yeah, so it was the height of all that. So I remember, I was infatuated with Aladdin. So seeing this first scene and seeing him actually do the voiceover just blew my mind because it really showed me his capabilities as an actor,
It puts a face to the voice
Yeah,
of Genie.
exactly.
And as a kid, that's like probably mind blowing.
Yeah.
Wow, this is like an actual person who's doing this.
Yeah. And as far as memories go, another Chris Columbus movie, Home Alone, I used to have the recorder. I got the recorder for Christmas. I forgot what it's called. Maybe. Yes. So
Yeah.
what I used to do is I used to take the Talk Boy and I used to record clips for movies. And I would constantly take stuff from this movie. Including this first scene. And I just remember playing it over and over and over again. Yeah.
I had the Talk Boy pen, which was like a condensed version. That was like one of the greatest Christmas gifts I've ever received. So fun.
Yeah. It introduced me to the world of recording too, which was kind of cool. So, yeah.
When you're a kid, you're like, you mean I could record anything?
Right.
My voice, I could say anything and hear it back. Like,
Mm-hmm.
when you're a kid, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Oh, and we hear the lovely family theme composed by Maestro Howard Shore. He was the composer for the Lord of the Rings films and many other films. He's a very, very good composer. And this is just a very, very pleasant theme.
Yeah, I mean, from the start of this, like, it's such a great family film. Just everything ties in nice to the music, to just the family orientation. It's going back to Chris Columbus, he's one of those directors that I take for granted. Sometimes I forget some of the iconic work that he's done. But if you take a look at this, another movie that I loved at that time period, 9 Months, that was really cool. But even like classic stuff like Goonies, Home Alone,
He did Adventures in Babysitting, right?
Adventures of Babysitting. I remember watching that and laughing hysterically. He
great.
just has a great pulse on what it means to make a family movie. And this is him on top of his craft. So
I actually, side note, I interviewed his daughter, Violet Columbus, a few years ago on my show. She's involved with filmmakers herself. She's an actress, I believe. And she was very nice. So
nice, yeah.
So he not only creates great fictional families, but he has a good real family too.
Yeah, like why wouldn't you when creating like movies like this and Home Alone and good stuff like that, And then he propelled the Harry Potter movies. So one of the directors I forget quite often the echelon of movies that he's done.
Yeah, but I kind of try to ignore Pixels.
Yeah. I mean,
have you had the pleasure of watching Pixels?
I've never seen it.
Okay, good. Terrible.
Yeah. I don't remember much from it.
Where it's like Adam Sandler, right? Or Jonah Hill, or
well, it's got Kevin James and
Kevin James. Okay.
But I digress. we are talking about Mrs. Doubtfire, guys.
Yeah.
Sally Fields.
Yes, Miss Sally Field.
Sally Fields, yeah.
The award-winning actress. Great in
this.
Very 90s.
Yep.
Oh yeah, like around the same time of like Forrest Gump, right? So she's like in her.
Oh, she's in the zone right now.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump was the year after this.
Yeah.
And Martin Mull, weird supporting role.
Weird.
2 minutes.
He was that guy for a while, but he hasn't been that guy in a long time.
Yeah. Kind of like a lesser Michael McKean, I'd say.
Yeah.
So now she's just been informed that it's kind of unclear her history with Stuart Dunmire, Pierce Brosnan is. Did they date, or did he go after her, but she rejected him because she was seeing Daniel Hillard?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's murky.
I get that impression. The one that got away because she was probably involved with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Punch Daniel.
Oh man, she's about to get pissed when she gets home.
A donkey. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's so elaborate.
So this is something I never like understood. They live in San Francisco, but then she mentions when she's yelling at Daniel, she mentions that he brought home the goddamn or something.
San Diego Zoo.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I mean, I don't know California that well. Is that like a quick drive or probably not?
No.
It's really far.
Yeah. Yeah, San Francisco's up there.
So he paid for the animals there, the handlers gas. Probably, I don't know, maybe they'll stay in a hotel that night.
No way. No, I mean,
I don't know.
At least the Mantra horse got its cake. You know?
Yes.
The cake looked good though.
Yeah.
I would be pissed too, though.
Yeah.
If he did this like isn't the first time he's done stuff like this.
Right.
Yeah.
This was the breaking point.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's a young, not Martin Lawrence. Joey? Yeah, that's Martin. Is that Martin? Matthew Lawrence. Matthew Lawrence.
Not Martin Lawrence. That would be a.
Yeah, totally. That would be a different movie.
Right.
That he later on would star in. He had a role in Boy Meets World.
Yep.
And he's done some stuff. The daughter there, who plays Lydia, she was actually also in Independence Day.
Oh yeah. Randy Quaid's daughter.
Yeah. So maybe Harvey Fierstein got her the role. And, stranger things have happened.
It's about who you know, right?
Yeah. Great house, by the way, San Francisco. Yeah. And they actually turned that, when Robin Williams passed away in 2014, they actually made that like a memorial, like a tribute to him on the steps of that house. They brought flowers and pictures, and it was a really nice sight. There's
Did they play Jump Around?
I would hope so.
That would be awesome.
Probably nice. Like this really, just thinking back, like this was really the start of like his family. Like I'm just thinking of like Jumanji and Flubber and Bicentennial Man. Like it just, he started a whole string of family movies.
Yeah, for sure. I think, would you say it started with Hook? Maybe.
Yeah, I would think so.
That was 91. And then he followed that with Aladdin. And then this right after that. And then he actually did Toys. The same as Aladdin. I love Toys.
I love Toys.
Movie, yeah.
Weird. It's funny with this movie. As you guys know, you guys say a lot of lines from this movie. I forget how many lines went past my head as a kid.
Yeah.
Everything seems very PG in this movie, but there are some lines that you appreciate more as you get older. I'll point them out, but the run by fruiting, that's or just like when his stocking's down on the bus and he's like, oh, I like a woman who's all natural,
Clean.
Right. And I didn't get that, so I'm like, now I got that. Makes sense now.
And you know what? In England, there was some issues with the rating. Like I think it went between PG and PG-13 or whatever their equivalent was. There was some kind of issue with what rating this should have been, because there is a lot of innuendo.
Yeah, right.
But wow. It was marked.
I didn't think you could rate innuendo like that.
Yeah. I think
Think about it, it's dancing around this subject, so it requires a lower rating, you would think.
but I think it was marketed, at least in the United States, as like a fun family film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the general vibe I get from it too.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it dives into really big topics, divorce, separation of family. He gives like a lot of dramatic oomph to this movie. So I mean, it's not just your run of the mill, for laughs comedy, family comedy.
Yeah. No, it's at times pretty heartbreaking.
Sure.
Especially for me, because I don't know about you guys. I'm a child of divorce, so this really resonated with me because this came out a little bit before my parents split up. But looking at it now, it's actually really it hits home.
Yeah.
And it's actually it's really well made in terms of themes of separation and divorce.
Yeah.
But making it kind of humorous, trying to make the best of the situation.
I never noticed he has that weird face on his sleeve.
I've never noticed that. Did he draw Bart Simpson on his sleeve?
Oh wow! I didn't notice that either.
He just ruined a shirt.
Really ugly.
Well, maybe he was kind of drawn like a sketch to inspire him to create a different type of mask. I don't know.
He is an artist.
Yes.
Harvey Fierstein, ladies.
He's doing a lot of Broadway now, right?
Yeah.
That's like his main thing now, or it was.
Yeah.
Well, right.
I can't
That's such like, just as far as writing is concerned, like that is such a wild idea of like, oh, I'll make his brother into a prosthetic mask, for Hollywood type of character. Like, who thinks like that? Well, someone in Hollywood, I guess, but it's just such an offbeat character choice. And it's great for like disguising him, right? So
it's great writing for sure.
yeah.
I hate these scenes, the courtroom scenes. They were like my least.
There were a lot of them in the 90s.
That's right.
That's true.
But his final speech when he tried to get back.
There's not that much people in the courtroom, so if they separated by 6 feet each, it's kind of like today. I remember hearing this with the, it's not enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I need air to breathe. That hit home.
Yeah. He's so great at the dramatic stuff.
Oh yeah.
He was so good.
So good. So good.
And he gave the final speech in this is pretty great, and also the final speech in Patch Adams was like, it's one of my all-time favorite speeches of all time, where he's trying to stay in school, trying to graduate from medical school, and it's just another really heartfelt speech. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He won for side note in '97. He won Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars for Good Will Hunting, which
of course, yeah,
phenomenal performance there.
His only one, right?
Yeah, that was his only Oscar. Yeah. I think he was nominated a few times.
Yeah. There was a joke that he would say that after he got the Oscar, he sat next to Jack Nicholson, who also won an Oscar for something. And Jack Nicholson goes to him and says, I have an Oscar for all 3 decades I've been doing this. And he was like, I just won one. Yeah.
That's awesome. They never made a movie together, right?
No.
That would have been awesome.
That'd be cool. I miss Jack Nicholson.
I know.
Not to derail, but yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's a famous line. Divorced people say to their kids, "It's not your fault. Don't worry." Which is true. It's really, the kids are caught in the middle sometimes, and it's really sad. But they're about to get a new nanny soon, so. Oh, Mario
took out, him calling up to kind of better his odds a little bit. Just brilliant.
I think those are going to be the film's first big laughs.
So I have some trivia for this
Oh,
movie.
goody.
So right before he died, there was talks that they were going to do a Mrs. Doubtfire 2
Yeah, I heard.
on Netflix. Because at that time, they were really getting into increasing their algorithms and they knew what people were watching.
Mhm.
And yeah, they held off because they didn't really have a good story. But at that period of time, they were looking to create it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard for years, for like over a decade, they were trying to come up with a good script, but nothing was working.
Nothing.
Robin did not like any of the scripts that the screenwriters were putting out, and yeah, and then he passed away. Like I think they were in the middle of like almost pre-production, like around the time he passed away, or it's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you can't do the
probably
movie.
have it by now.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be part of the Netflix queue right now, right?
And it would not have been nearly as good as the original. I heard an idea that they wanted to do Mrs. Doubtfire, following Lydia to college and kind of keeping an eye on her. Like that's stupid.
Yeah, sounds like Toy Story 3.
Yeah, this is dumb.
Oh, here we go. The employment office.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a classic scene.
Look at the computer. Oh my gosh.
1993.
Mm-hmm.
And she was also Jim Carrey's assistant in Liar Liar.
Yes.
And other stuff, actually. I think she was in an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I totally forgot about this. When I was a kid, I collected autographs and I wrote to Robin Williams. And I got, oh, come on, Bridges.
Come on.
Can you see it or no?
On Zoom. I see him. Oh, nice. That's the scene.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice. Yeah, Jared loves his autographs.
How'd you get that? You
I just wrote to his talent agency as a kid, and I got this thing.
That's awesome.
You can't do that anymore. I tried that recently.
Yeah.
With Bill Murray. And I never got it back. I never got my DVD back.
You do include the return envelope with stamps, with postage.
Oh yeah, that's the trick.
Usually, yes, these days. The last one I got, I wrote to Daniel Stern. I mailed him an 8x10 like 3 years ago and got it back.
Oh wow!
Like 4 months ago.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You're like, I forgot about that.
What was the photo? Was it a still or was it like a headshot?
It was from City Slickers 2.
Oh.
I saw it from the press kit.
Nice. I watched Celtic Pride the other day.
I've never seen it, but I heard it's bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. From what I saw like half of it. I think I fell asleep or something. But
Daniel Stern and Dan Aykroyd, and they kidnap
Damon
Celtics player.
Damon Wayans, yeah.
It's a decent premise, but yeah, whatever. And now Daniel gets a job pretty quickly at a TV studio. It's pretty cool. With a very grumpy boss.
I like that hat. It's all leather.
I do like that hat.
Kind of nice.
I don't think I could pull it off.
No.
Sure you can.
Ship it.
It's also a good, theme to the movie, like starting anew, starting from the ground up, whether it be jobs or marriage or working with your kids or being around your kids, I should say. It's, that's another kind of, I remember just being inspired by that too as a kid. Like, this guy has a second chance, that's, people get second chances in life.
Yeah, it's pretty realistic.
This was before GoldenEye?
This was 2 years before GoldenEye, his first appearance as James Bond. He was actually almost James Bond in the 80s, but he was, I think, too busy with Remington Steele, the show he was doing in like the mid 80s. Instead, Timothy Dalton got the role.
I think this is my first introduction to Pierce.
Good role for him.
Yeah. On a side note, have you guys watched Eurovision?
Not yet.
No. Pierce Brosnan's in there.
Oh, nice.
Still has it, you know.
He played,
I
he,
hope I look that good at, you know, when
Yeah.
I'm in my
did he
60s.
play Will Ferrell's dad in that?
He did. Which I don't think there's that much of an age difference, you know, to be father and son.
Well, Sean Connery is only 12 years older than Harrison Ford, so and they
That's
were
right. Yeah, yeah.
So I can see it. I can see it.
I could see that. Well, Sean Connery always looked like an old man. I think he was born that way.
He had a toupee back in the when he was in his 30s, when he just started
Really?
Bond in the 60s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, back then it was more taboo than going all natural.
Mm.
I feel like Sally Field has kind of stayed the same too. Like she's always looked
Yeah.
Motherly.
mother, right, right. I'm not like a quite old woman, but not quite young, but like
Yeah.
yeah, just right, just right. She just looks just right.
She's great though. Side note, did you see My Name is Doris?
Yes, I remember liking that quite a
It
bit.
was a fun one. It was good. She still got it.
Still has it.
Yeah. So okay,
But,
so
yeah,
Ask
yeah.
Brown. She's getting back on the horse.
Ew.
He goes from Robin Williams to Pierce Brosnan. It's
Yeah.
so different. It's not even funny. She doesn't have a type.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's a good size apartment actually for one guy.
It's not that like
Yeah.
filthy.
I know.
Well, it's San Francisco. San Francisco has one of the highest rents and real estate in
Interesting.
America.
In the 90s, though, was it pretty high
I think
too?
so. Yeah. It's been like that for a while. Yeah. I guess the the grunt work of the TV studios, you get really good money. So
I guess so.
yeah, that's a known thing. Like even on Friends, right? Like for a group of people to have an apartment that huge in New York, even in the 90s, was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was successful in this, so maybe he had some money.
That's true.
True.
He was a working voice actor, and they get.
But doesn't I bet Miranda got all of it in the divorce.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh, isn't your line's coming up?
Diarrhea forever.
That's your line?
Piles.
No, the car honk, right? You're my damn kids too. Sit down. Sit down.
Yeah. There's a lot of similarities to Hook actually, because he had a very strained relationship with his family in the opening scenes. The first hour of Hook is him in London trying to repair the damage he's made all these years with his wife and kids. So he tends to gravitate towards this type of premise. And then he becomes Peter Pan in that. In this, he becomes a 65-year-old woman.
She's older than 65, right?
Well, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Is Mrs. Doubtfire supposed to be 65?
They say, she's either between, she's been between 60 and 65. But I think she looks older, right? Yeah, 70.
I thought 75. Yeah, 70. 70, 75. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's an apple box.
Dances with the wolves motif. I love it.
Nice touch, the daughter's school photo in the background.
Huh.
Maddie's. But Maddie is the older girl, right?
I think Maddie is the youngest.
Okay, Liddy then.
Liddy is the oldest, yeah.
Okay, then Liddy.
She's so rude, Lydia. She's like so angry.
Yeah.
All movie. It's crazy. So he forges an entire resume, you know, just to see his kids. He deceives everybody,
There's
but
no-
it's okay because it's a lighthearted comedy.
You go to the end of the earth to do stuff for your kids, Randy.
I guess.
You put on a boob suit and you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Just listening to this, I'm curious how much of this stuff was improv.
Oh, well, it's Robin Williams. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure most of it was. And I think before you came on, Chris, Jared and I were talking, there's over 30 minutes of deleted scenes on the DVD, on the supplements. So, yeah, this movie would have been close to 3 hours, I think. An epic, a family.
I wouldn't mind watching that.
Yeah. Be better than Mrs. Doubtfire 2.
Well, you don't know.
That's-
We won't have it.
I mean, they'll probably remake it eventually.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no.
And
I mean, the draw was Robin Williams, you know.
Yeah. I
Without
don't
him,
think anyone else can play this role. I can't. Yeah, this role was like made for him.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And the awesome montage. Showtime.
It's a great score.
Yeah, it's fun. They've used it in countless trailers.
Yeah.
You know, like 90s comedies.
Wow.
Wow.
He's so hairy.
I used to be one.
So good. Like, how do you write that in a script? Like, you have to change your voice, you know?
Yeah.
Really good.
I'm sure they said, hey, just go. Just do as many impressions as you can.
Yeah.
And we'll use
You know,
whatever. works.
rapid fire, and we'll pick the best ones. Job. A line that would not exist today.
Yeah.
Right? I am Job. And that bit that he does with the impressions, like I use that one today, like an impression of a hot dog.
Classic.
Yeah.
Timeless. Wait, how did you use that naturally?
Oh, if I'm like barbecuing.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Do you want a hot dog?
Awesome.
It's nice, yeah.
And this is the birth of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes. Thank God he looked at the right headlines.
Yeah.
Right? Thank God it wasn't like murder. My name is Mrs. Murder Victim.
Oh.
It's Scandinavian. Like after this string of like family movies and just knowing him for his comedies, like I didn't realize growing up that he was kind of raunchy, like in his stand-up, you know, like he was kind of vulgar a little bit. So I remember like at that point, like seeing him do like, in 2001, like the after September 11th concert. I'm like, man, like,
Yeah, it's intense.
yeah, he's kind of intense.
Very sexual stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you ever into Mork and Mindy?
I never watched that show.
Yeah, me neither, really.
Yeah, I just got a few at like Nick at Night.
Nick at Night, yeah. That's
Yeah.
primarily where.
The earliest Williams stuff I've seen is like Moscow on the Hudson. You ever see that one? Where he defects. He's a Russian
That's
guy.
with Jeff Bridges, or
Is Jeff Bridges? I don't think.
no?
He plays a Russian guy who defects to the United States, and I think he meets a woman there, and it's sort of like a weird comedy
Mm-hmm.
set in New York.
Yeah.
He also did a movie in the early '80s called The Survivors. It's him and Walter Matthau. Very strange pairing. But
Yeah, he's done quite a bit.
yeah,
Yeah, Dead Poets Society is on my shame list.
that's like
I've only seen bits and pieces of it, but like I know the iconic scene of like them on the desks and everything, like Captain, oh Captain, like, but I haven't seen it in full.
it's great. It's a great film. That's his first like serious work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of introduced the world to like Ethan Hawke, right?
Yeah, he was
Well,
like,
a lot of people, right? Like Matt Damon, even.
they
I
were all
think that, yeah. Yeah.
He was good in a 1 hour photo.
that was disturbing, kind of creepy.
It was. He was disturbing in it, yeah.
Yeah, but like that, like, he was great in what he was in Insomniac, right? With Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was also the villain in that too.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
later on in his career, he chose some very strange roles, I'd say. RV.
Well, like, at that point, he could do anything. You know,
Sure.
like why not?
Caught Bicentennial Man on cable a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
There you go.
there we are.
I thought you were in that scene.
I was. They cut me out.
Yeah.
They didn't like my work.
Straight, yeah.
You can see Harvey Firestein's ear here. It's so clear. Version.
Good use of music.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? I think they have some of this stuff on display at the Museum of Moving Image, like the plaster.
I have a picture. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
went to that, Jared.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I have it on my phone. So.
Nice. That's so cool.
Oh, Mamo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the Jim Henson
Oh, cool.
experience. Yeah, that was cool.
I went to the 2001: A Space Odyssey exhibition.
Oh, cool.
That was very
That'd be awesome. Yeah. Hubba hubba.
They just had some wardrobe laying around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe he bought it.
And the husband, the guy on the left, have you guys ever seen him in anything else?
No.
'Cause I-
No.
And he's got a pretty significant role in this.
hmm
Just happy to be there.
I always thought this was a good cutaway to this Asian movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think this is isn't that this Twilight Zone?
I think it's some,
Or is it a random it's a random Asian movie or something?
yeah, just a random movie.
Mm.
I've never seen it.
How baggy that shirt is.
And do you guys know, the interior is probably a set, right? This isn't the actual house.
I'm sure it's a set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that looks pretty legit.
Although that looks, they probably used the entranceway of something.
Hmm.
They probably rented out an actual home for that.
Interesting.
But this, I would think that they made it look like a set,
Yeah.
almost like what they did for Home Alone. Have
Well,
you
I was about to say,
yeah,
Columbus, he knows how to pick good houses.
yeah. But the whole interior,
Yeah.
they had to create that on set in a studio lot because they had to have all these weird camera angles to get the booby traps and all that. So
hmm
it's quite interesting.
Oh, the homeowners. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have the Blu-ray to that, that's some good behind the scenes footage.
Nice. I bet the same could be said about the sequel. The aunt and uncle's house in the city.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That must
Yeah.
be more of a challenge.
Mm.
It's pretty good. Chris Columbus. Yeah.
It's probably hard to have that name.
I know.
Well, I
Yeah.
do have Chris. I could relate to, but to have Christopher Columbus as your, you
Was
still
it
had to be like, no, I'm not related to this guy. I'm my own person. Yeah.
Wasn't his production company though like 1492 Productions?
Yeah.
No,
On his Wikipedia page right now, 1492 is the name of his company.
Mm,
It's funny.
I see what he did there. It's like Ridley Scott with Scott Free.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. You know, Columbus directed. He directed Bicentennial Man. Well, there you go.
There you go.
That makes sense. He wrote Gremlins and The Goonies. It's pretty impressive. Those are some of his earlier films. It's pretty impressive.
He was a Spielberg protege, right?
Yeah, Spielberg and John Hughes. He was tight with both of those filmmakers.
Okay.
Yeah. Good resume.
Yeah.
And I think Williams experimented with different accents to get the right one. There's like some early camera tests with him and the kids, and the voice is it's more British than Scottish in the beginning. It kind of evolved into this lovely Scottish accent. And it took 4 hours to apply his makeup.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah, some of his wit, from Mrs. Doubtfire. All right, Missy. Sorry.
Oh.
My dog has some opinions about this movie.
Not enough dogs.
Pop it out. My mom used to quote that. Oh, you gotta pop it out.
Nice foreshadowing.
Ba-dum-bum, yeah. That is a good sign of a good movie. Like they always have that throwaway, and then they bring it back.
Yeah.
I never noticed that.
I wonder, do they think of that at the end when after they've written like the end result? Then do they say maybe we should put something earlier in the movie that points to that? Or do they have that plan going in?
I'm sure both, but like usually that comes about in like rewrites, like
That makes sense.
Yeah. They could end the movie right here.
Yeah.
It's me.
She would go nuts. She would open up the house with a knife. I love the edited trailer. They turned Mrs. Doubtfire into a horror movie.
Yeah.
YouTube, so
I
funny.
remember one, right? Oh my God, I tried doing that. I was in San Francisco about a year ago, and we were lugging our luggage up those hills.
Yeah.
Not fun. We were like, "Oh yeah, we could get an Uber." That's right. So we were like, "Let's do that."
Lonely perverted bus driver. No.
I always remember. I'm like, "What time is it? Like, isn't it kind of late for me to just pop by?"
Well, it's probably around 8. It's not that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's but for
But wouldn't he
an
know?
employment agency, like that's a lot of work being done by an employment agency that they would not do.
But Daniel Hillard, I
That's
guess
the
he forgot.
employment agency. That's not his. I thought that was like the court appointed like person who checks on him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But still,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? You think 8 o'clock? I still think 8 o'clock would be too
Yeah. No.
late.
Yeah.
We're employed by the government. We can wait till morning. I remember thinking, man, this is a very dedicated government worker.
See, it just needs to be spruced up. It's a nice place.
It's a nice place.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
And I think it's got multiple bedrooms for the kids.
Yeah. I remember loving this scene.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
This is the first like laugh out loud scene.
Yeah.
To show
Again, just the great, range that Rowling has.
just
Yeah.
showing the complexities of pretending to be a woman and
Yeah.
trying to fool everybody at the same time.
Yeah.
And this is on like many lists of like all-time best comedies.
Yeah.
And it's been compared to, because there's a lot of cross-dressing comedies make that list, like Some Like It Hot and Tootsie. So
Yeah.
this, with those two, like those three films are like really great in terms of addressing the issue of
Right. Cross-dressing.
cross-dressing. Yeah.
I didn't realize the list was so big.
Yeah, well, those are the three main ones.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they might not be able to get away with it. With
I
I think it's okay.
don't know. They're kind of. I feel like they're still making them, right?
are they?
Now it's transgender.
Right.
like doing that. Yeah.
It's more of a gray area.
Yeah.
What prop, if you could own any prop from this movie, which one would it be?
That giant red shoe.
Yeah.
I would probably get the flattened mask with the power marks on it.
It's just hanging on the wall.
Yeah.
Maybe like a menu from Bridges.
That's pretty good. His red jacket.
Do you guys get props?
What do you mean? Do you
Like,
do you purchase them or bid on them or anything?
As a kid, I bought the jacket worn by, this is so random. Do you remember the actor J.T. Walsh in the movie Breakdown with Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
So Universal was having like an auction, and I bought it, and yeah, I think that's the only prop.
Wait, it was a what? A jacket?
It was like a denim jean jacket that he wore in the movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Breakdown. That was Kurt Russell and Kathleen Quinlan, right?
Yes.
I never saw it, but I know about it. Yeah. J.T. Walsh, he's been in a ton of stuff. He passed away a number of years ago, though.
Yeah.
It was good.
Props. I love props. I just only if they come from, I guess, like the film. You have to make sure they're real. I guess.
Yeah, they're certified and all that stuff. Yeah.
A few years ago, The Office auctioned out all their stuff.
Oh wow!
Like actual set pieces and stuff.
Wow. Yeah, I really wanted to pick up some stuff from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I have no idea where to go, and like I'm hesitant in like going to eBay because you never know what's real or not.
Sometimes they do sell them on eBay, like directly from like the film company or charity. Yeah.
They have websites too, like auction houses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather just get it if the studio is involved. I feel safer if like the studio is providing it.
There you go. My props coming up.
A good one.
There you go. That's it. That would be it.
I think they threw that away right after the filming stopped. That's garbage. But I see the appeal, Chris.
I need a face. This coming up, I thought it was great with the cake.
Oh yeah.
For a while I thought that's what they actually used, for like creams and stuff. They just use sugar and cake batter.
Oh, one number two, dear.
Oh, there you go.
Shaving cream, right? Or something like that. A whipped cream, maybe?
Probably shaving cream.
Yeah, that's an advertising trick.
Mm-hmm.
To get that foamy top, they do shaving cream.
Shaving cream, yeah.
I'm not sure if they use shaving cream in Ghostbusters, the end scene with the statement Marshmallow Man.
Yeah,
I think there might have been a lot of shaving cream.
Yeah. Well, that was everywhere, like all over their mouth and stuff. I'm not sure that tasted good.
A lot.
She put a little bit on her face. My grandfather used to do that with olive oil. He used to put olive oil like behind his ear, and
does that do anything?
It smoothens out the skin, keeps the oil. It's an old Italian trick.
I like it.
The stamps.
Yeah.
Great soundtrack. Oh, yeah, it looks more like, Jared, you're right, 70s, I'd say. The age of Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so, too.
Early to mid.
She would be dead by today, these days.
Perhaps. Ooh, zombie Mrs. Doubtfire? Was that a possible sequel? Toodaloo!
They would do Mrs. Doubtfire, the prequel.
Yeah. Well, that's a good idea, actually. A young Mrs. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, no, that would just be a young Daniel Hillard who has been cross-dressing since his 30s. That's just bizarre.
He experimented during college.
Just kind of stuck.
It was an acting. It was method acting that he was doing.
Oh.
There you go. Carl Renner making an appearance over there, who recently passed away.
Indeed, indeed. Now they have to buy a new remote, batteries.
Maybe a fish. It could have hit the fish on the head.
Maybe.
Right, this was like the first time where he's like really manning up and maturing, right? Being the father he should have been while being a woman.
Yes, oh, yeah.
Don't fuss with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Professor Featherbottom is great from Arrested Development.
Which one was he? Oh, I forget.
Tobias dresses up as Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, right.
That's right.
Doesn't he jump off a flight of stairs?
Lands on a table.
That's funny. That iced tea looks so refreshing.
It does.
The food and drinks in this movie are amazing, by the way.
Mm-hmm. And the facial cream.
That too, yes.
It's me, guys. I'm right here. Okay.
That's a good wig.
That is. That's a very tight hairline.
Yeah.
There you go. Very classic scene.
More food. Love it. It's making some kind of, I guess that's salmon. Totally screwed it up. Whoops. What is that? Like a sauce or
It
eggs?
looks like a cheese sauce or something. Some kind of sauce. Oh, it's clotted.
It smells like burnt rubber.
Oh, it's hollandaise.
That's good. That's good stuff. Obviously a stun man.
Now, what happens if the kids came at this point? Like, what's going on? Oh my god!
They would have smelled the smoke, I think.
Right. And here, he's been doing a lot of screaming at this point.
Is it the first day?
Come down, like, are you okay?
I think that scene was used in every single trailer.
Right.
And the sweeping, the dancing with the broom.
Yes, yes.
This was a point that's been brought up too, like the amount of money that he would have to spend to keep this charade up.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why, Jared, I think you're right. He does have a lot of money stashed away.
Yeah.
This is like, what, over $100?
They said 135, which sounds cheap for, 4 people? Well, maybe not. San Francisco, though.
I love this meal.
Yeah.
You could almost taste it.
So it's pasta, baby
It's very vegetarian.
Some kind of pasta, baby carrot.
I'm not sure what's going on with the kids though, because obviously they can't smell smoke. They can't hear because, and like I would go down and I'd be like, hey, I thought I smelled salmon. Where's the salmon?
Shrimp?
I thought I was smelling something burnt, but clearly you just have pasta and carrots. What's going on?
And shrimp.
And shrimp. I always like Sally Field's expressions of like.
Oh God, yeah. I hate this shot actually.
Candles.
So.
Wow.
Maddie.
Oh.
He's missing the thumbs up. Like,
Wait, what happened to his blouse? Did he have like just cover it with a sweater? The burn
oh,
mark?
great, yeah.
No. Yeah.
That's kind of a
Oh,
big.
excuse me, but what happened to your blouse? Oh, never mind that.
Don't worry about it, dear.
Oh, it's pretty button up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your carrots and pasta won me over.
Yeah, kids really like that.
They were surprisingly delicious.
It reminds me of Valentino's. The sauce.
Very similar. Restaurant a few blocks from here.
And by the way, could you take out this trash?
This is just a feel-good movie, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, you put it on, it's on cable. I think if I ever catch it on cable, I just have to leave it on.
You just leave it on. Yeah, I agree.
Thanks to Mr. Robin Williams.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Nope. They do make a cute couple. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I kind of want them to go on a date. Like, I think this.
That's the sequel right there.
There's
That's
potential, yeah.
Mediterranean. That's great. Just the way God made you.
Bless you. And this song was definitely used in the trailers, like all over the world. This is what, Alice Cooper?
No, Aerosmith.
I never understood. Aerosmith. Yeah, I never understood the appeal to this song. Like, it's dude looks like a lady, right? Is the lyric. Why are they? It's almost like they're celebrating it. Dude looks like a lady. It's like it's not something you really want to.
If he has.
Well, I thought it was like a transvestite.
What was that?
I thought it was about a transvestite.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Quick Wikipedia search.
Robin Williams really getting into it. That's how I learned how to cook, actually, watching Julia Child. I'm not a cook.
He's going all out with the meals.
Yeah. Spending all his paycheck. He could spend the paycheck that he gets from this on the meals because he has so much money from his royalties doing cartoons.
That's true. That's it.
That explains it. Again, imagine if the kids came down at this point. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? And is music playing?
Just
Or are
playing
we just hearing music?
up,
Oh,
raunchy. No.
a phallic-looking building. You see? Oh, you saw what they did there?
What?
She gave the middle finger, and you have a pointy building as the crossover. You see that crossover? That's editing right there. That's good editing.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
And now he just destroys someone else's property.
Just the emblem.
He like yanks it clean off. Like,
There you go. That would be my prop.
yeah. Oh, lovely.
Pierce Brosnan had some really nice things to say during the time of Robin Williams' death.
Mm.
Remember, he had some interviews, like looking back at his time filming.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they had a great time.
Yeah.
Good casting on Brosnan's part. I could have also seen like maybe Sam Neill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if any other actors were considered. Hmm.
Just great dialogue. I mean, the script is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just natural. It flows.
Mhm.
It's funny. It's sad. Quick. Hmm. Interesting year for makeup this year. So this won the Oscar. The other two films in contention were Philadelphia and Schindler's List.
Ah.
I mean, the only makeup effects I remember were Tom Hanks looking sick.
Yeah.
That was really it. So I think the Academy chose wisely with this. And I think it won Best Comedy Film at the Golden Globes. And Williams won Best Actor in a comedy. Deservedly so. It's good.
Who was he up against?
Good question. 1 second.
Oh, isn't there a Mrs. Doubtfire musical?
Oh yeah, was that on Broadway?
Delayed though.
There was.
was it out, or I don't know.
I think it was before, well, the pandemic happened.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing advertisements for that. Probably not nearly as good as the movie. No. All right, so for the Golden Globes, Best Musical or Comedy, the category had Mrs. Doubtfire was the winner. Also, Dave was in contention, which I really like Dave. It's an underrated Ivan Reitman film. Much Ado About Nothing, the Shakespeare comedy, great cast in that.
Also with Kevin.
Also who?
Also with Kevin Kline.
Oh, interesting.
Dave and Much Ado.
Nice. Sleepless in Seattle and Strictly Ballroom. That was 1993.
Yeah.
Oh. So it's based on Mrs. Doubtfire. It's based on a British novel.
Yeah, and Fine.
Mm.
When was the novel written?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It was based off of a 1970s British novel. Anne Fine walked by a bric-a-brac shop selling jewelry, and she meets the store's proprietor, Madame Doubtfire.
An actual is that? Oh, that's the name in the book, or
Mm-hmm.
nice. And also, Robin Williams won 93 for this best actor in a musical or comedy. He was up against Johnny Depp in Benny and June, Tom Hanks in Sleepless in Seattle, Kevin Kline in Dave, and Colm Meaney in The Snapper. Never heard of that one. The Snapper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Robin Williams definitely deserved it for this.
Yeah.
Says that Robin Williams tried to break Pierce Brosnan's concentration during the choking of the shrimp. He kept making suggestive comments to make his task more difficult.
Oh, and we're soon going to be introduced to Mr. Lundy, played by the great late Robert Prosky. He was in Last Action Hero.
Yes.
Yes.
Love that movie.
Oh my God. I think that might be a movie that we should do a commentary for.
Yes.
I was never wild about Last Action Hero.
Really?
I need to give it another go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie. It's like, it's it's a wild ride, man.
Yeah, no, it
I think
is.
that was
It's fun.
quoted on the movie poster. It's a wild ride.
Indeed. I love the interactions between these two. They're so funny.
Right? So good.
Later on, when they're at Bridges, I don't think it gets any better than that.
I agree.
You know, like, don't you wish you can just have drinks with your boss like that, like multiple scotch?
Yeah.
It's just funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Former employee.
It's good. Frankie Valli.
Very on the nose music choices. I'm more of a fan of the score than the music choices.
I like both. I think it's a nice balance. Of both.
It's good for a family comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I have the same cabinets.
Good choice. Good taste, sir.
I watched the movie before. I must have these kitchen cabinets.
Interesting thought. What if they flipped the house from this movie and the house from Home Alone? Do you think it would have made it better or worse?
No, it would make this, I think, better, but Home Alone worse.
Yeah, the Home Alone house is a lot bigger and better contraptions and stuff.
Right.
Oh, Columbia.
This you see the living room, the kitchen.
Yeah.
Not that much. Oh, this is a good joke with the cold meat.
Oh. Great setup.
That's classic. Like, bad day to quit drinking. I have a drinking problem.
Nice. Airplane?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So what's your guys' favorite scene of the movie?
Oh, I mean, yeah, like I mentioned, the drinking of scotch at Bridges, the going back and forth between Mr. Lundy and the family, changing the outfit, rushing. Then he confuses the tables, and then he comes back to Mr. Lundy as Mrs. Doubtfire. That was pretty great.
Yeah.
That whole sequence is my favorite.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and I would say that and when the worker came to the apartment and like he had to undress and play the role of the sister, play Robin Williams. So.
Yeah, just that energy. It's so good.
Yeah, very similar to that. It's like going back and forth, in and out of character. Yeah.
It's like it reminds me of like episodes of Three's Company. How they were like trying to fool somebody, go back to and also the scene that's coming up at the pool. Stuart Glenmeyer's invitation to the pool club. He's just Mrs. Doubtfire is just sitting at the bar getting drunk.
Right.
And hits on that woman.
That's the thing. Like she's so bitter towards you. Like no one's like, this is just a very bitter old woman. No, it's like, oh, it's charming. It's just her.
Yeah.
Like very overlooked.
Yeah. There's a lot of layers.
Good scene by Sally Field.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's a fantastic dramatic actress. And she's actually kind of funny in this too.
Yeah.
Here and there. But
she's great. She's not in enough stuff. Yeah.
But I think her and Robin Williams, they have really good chemistry.
Yeah.
Even as Mrs. Doubtfire. It's crazy that the year after this, she did Forrest Gump. They totally transformed her.
Mm-hmm.
So, heartbreaking.
Great movie.
Oh, yeah. That might be a little too long for a commentary, but I'm not saying no.
Yeah, well,
Talking about age difference, that was not a realistic age difference. That's why they had to make her look older, right? Because
Yeah.
the age difference between her and Tom Hanks isn't that.
Adult Hanks in Forrest Gump, he was like late 30s.
Yeah.
And they made Mama Gump like 70 something. So that works.
Oh my God, that movie.
The, I know.
That's one of those movies that I just, from the gut, you just cry.
Yeah.
Good time. Good. This was like quintessential blockbuster movie nights,
Gotta love the early to mid 90s.
Yeah. I just love these comments by her. It was just.
She must be roasting in that outfit. She
Yeah.
looks so warm.
I can't, like, especially this scene, like just a lot of comments went over my head as a kid.
yeah.
A lot of innuendo.
Yeah.
It's a nice location that they're filming at.
Just that his timing is just impeccable. It's just I'm just curious, like how much of that's just improv.
I think that line was particularly.
Yeah.
It felt very Robin. Touch me, I'll drown you. I'm trying to think of other comedies with Pierce Brosnan.
Comedies?
Yeah, or like comedic.
Yeah.
films. I don't think
Yeah.
he's.
Oh my God, what's the one with Greg Kinnear?
Oh,
The Matador.
yeah.
The Matador. I really enjoyed that one.
I remember that one. That was like 2008
Yeah,
or something.
that was like, I think that was like right after Bond.
Okay, his last Bond was Die Another Day in 2002. So yeah, it was probably like a few years after. Was he?
No, was it Die Another Day or The World's Not Enough?
World's Not Enough was his second to last.
Oh.
Yeah, that was terrible. Die Another Day was not that great either.
Yeah.
But the Matador, was he funny in that?
Yeah, he played like this. He was almost riffing on an agent. He was like this aging, or just out of touch agent, like who's just looking for a friend. It was almost like the movie with The Rock and Kevin Hart. What was that?
I think they did 2 movies.
The one where like he was like an FBI agent.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's basically about like an agent who's out of touch, who needs to find a friend, but like he can't leave his agent persona, and like he's putting Ken Kinnear and his family in harm's way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to revisit that at some point.
Yeah.
I like Kinnear too. He's good.
And most recently Eurovision is he plays a small part, but he's funny in it. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. There you go. One of the best all-time comedy quotes coming up right now. Right.
Great aim too.
Oh my. Stop it.
Oh.
Did you not tip them
Yeah.
a run by fruit? I love that. Again, I didn't get it as a kid.
What are you looking at? Oh my. More improv from Robin coming up.
Hmm. Oh, it almost felt like Fern Gully. Actually, see, I was probably more in tune to his voiceover work
Okay.
than like Fern Gully, him as Batty.
You know, I never
That
saw it.
ah,
I'm
watch
ashamed
that.
to say.
Yeah, watch that, and it's just like he does this rap. That's fantastic. Yeah, he's just
Christian Slater also.
yeah, yeah,
What are they? They're like fairies in like a
yeah,
forest.
yeah. It was like a statement cartoon about saving the rainforest and all that stuff. So he plays Batty, a bat that has done scientific experiments on him.
That's like 1990-ish.
Yeah, yeah. That was before Aladdin. Yeah,
Okay, I'll add that to the list.
it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, that wasn't a Don Bluth film, was it?
I don't know.
No. I think this whole sequence was there's like a few versions of it, but
Mm,
he could have gone forever. Like he could have
yeah.
gone. It's great. Reminds me of when he was on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah, he just like,
I've seen bits with that. Yeah.
Oh my God, great, great.
There you go.
I
Setting it up.
love it.
Mhm.
Nice. Take 5 million. You're
Country. Classic bowl of fruit.
Food all throughout.
Ah, see, he's a changed man. You can tell because his apartment's changed. He's more organized.
Yeah, it looks good.
A little bit of information I just read. Liddy, right, the oldest, is that?
yeah.
She, while filming this, she got kicked out of school. So, yeah,
What happened?
too much time away from school.
I would
And
have like tutors on set.
Yeah,
I guess she wasn't getting tutors. Yeah.
Huh. So they dismissed her. They
Mhm.
expelled her.
Expelled.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
it was worth it.
Hmm. He's trying.
He's coming in a little too hot. A little too forward. Easy there.
Easy, Tiger.
Easy there.
He's trying.
Without you.
Hmm.
See, he could have put on the wig and the run over mask and said, I killed her. Here's her face.
Disturbing.
Naida. Uh, I find it funny that she just dismisses this, you know. I think in real life she was like, excuse me? I've hired you to be nice to me. Okay. I get the fuck out of here. Get it. That, for a worst case scenario, that's pretty good though. To be in the same restaurant. Like, imagine if it wasn't.
Yeah.
That's actually
Like,
smart.
excuse me.
I mean, he says yes just because the little girl said,
Yeah, right.
I mean, why would you do that?
See,
Advance your career.
if you just told her from the beginning,
Yes. I'm a man.
I am your father.
Yeah. Gosh.
Take my advice.
Don't cancel. Oof. Don't cancel.
Don't cancel. I'm sure she got hired for her gap in her teeth.
Bridges.
I want to go to that restaurant really badly.
Here we go.
Here we go.
That does look like a good restaurant.
You know? Oh, and Jared, you're a huge Seinfeld fan, as you know I am as well. The actor on the left, the maitre d', I think
Right.
that's the Drake.
Yes.
That's the Drake, right? Yeah. Hate the Drake. Chris, are you a Seinfeld buff at all? I'm just.
I used to watch it quite a bit, and that was like our thing. You guys bring it to a new level. Like, I'm here. You guys are. You don't even see my hand right now. You're way up there.
Thank you, sir.
I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
Oh.
I'm not worthy. But yeah, I love it. I actually, I was just watching comedians in cars getting coffee.
Nice.
Jerry Seinfeld was with Jason Alexander, who was playing George Costanza. So that was kind of
Oh
fun.
yeah, that's revisited the set, I think, and yeah.
No, he just played it in character, and they went to Tom's diner. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see Jason a lot these days.
No, I'm sure he's making
Yeah.
quite a bit off of.
You're doing okay.
Yeah, I mean, did you hear that? Like the cast of Friends get $20 million a year just on
Royalties.
from Friends. I could just imagine what Seinfeld gets from. He's worth almost $1 billion, I think.
Probably.
Incredible.
What about Larry David? Him too, or yeah?
Yeah, he gets a lot.
I'm sure he gets a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh, good prop. The matchbook from Bridget.
Yeah.
With my luck, someone would throw that away, though.
Francisco tosses it. Go there.
Is it real? It could be the smoke. Also, love the fact that he's just getting drunker and drunker.
Yep.
It's just so many levels to this movie. It's like very smart, fast jokes. He's dressed as a woman. He's in and out of character in this scene. He has to run around, and he's getting drunker. It's just incredible.
It's a testament to direction.
Oh, yeah, a testament to him. There's no one like him. Yeah.
The camera work also lends itself to the comedy.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah. Good back and forth.
Right.
I'm finding that I'm getting more of an eye for editing, and like that type of stuff makes or breaks a film sometimes for me. I find that more as I'm getting a little bit older and a little bit wiser to the craft. That I'm like especially when it's too fast. Like I'm like.
Well, I'd say the screenplay is the skeleton,
right,
of the movie, and
right.
The editing kind of just moves all the parts around.
Yeah.
To complete the final product.
Yeah.
But yeah, editing is key for sure.
Be back in a flush. I say that a lot. Be back in a flush. Yeah. That happened to me before.
Oh, really?
I mistakenly went into the woman's. to my horror, someone screamed, "Ah!" I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
And I like how they speed up the camera here.
Right, they do that, yeah.
Seems a little out of place, but it works.
Yeah.
Well, imagine if they just did it in regular time.
Right, that would take a while.
Oh!
I love that.
What did you say, like Jeffrey Dahmer?
Great timing.
But like, he really just tore that thing off. Like, how would he reapply it?
You know.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, it takes them 4 hours to apply stuff. He does it in like 10 seconds. Yeah, that red jacket, I love it.
Yeah, matching tie.
Yeah, it's a good look.
Yeah, very classic pattern for '90s ties. the swirly teardrop type of patterns. There you go. Start your engines.
There you go. Oh,
See, I picked Chardonnay for the teeth in the Chardonnay.
Oh, lovely.
You guys did there?
Thank you for that.
Did you wind up getting your scotch?
No, I decided against it. I had a mojito earlier.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I wasn't really feeling. My stomach was not really. Yeah. Not in drinking mood.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah, I would say there's nothing wrong with Johnny Walker, but if you're gonna go the Scotch level, do like Glenlivet's.
Okay.
Lagavulin.
Because when you mentioned earlier Johnny Walker, I'm like, there's so many colors. I didn't know whether I should get red or black. I was leaning towards black, but.
Yep, that's like it starts like red, black, green. Then it's like there's actually a platinum and then a blue. Blue is like.
Yeah, that's the ultimate.
That's the ultimate.
You would think gold, but.
Oh, the gold. No, you're right. It's gold, platinum, and then blue. Yeah.
Okay. One day we'll go to Bridges and
You're-
enjoy some.
Dude, I love it. I like where your headspace is at.
Nice. I know you like the cigars too.
Mm-hmm.
A cigar bar just opened up in my development.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, in the development. Like,
Yeah, like right where I live.
oh wow, cool.
They've got the old man chairs.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool.
Yeah, and outside too, and
Nice,
bar and a cigar.
nice,
I want to do that. I want to go to that.
nice. Yeah. There you go.
Here we go.
Not spicy.
Carpe dentum. Seize the teeth.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Boom.
Also in the trailer.
You like that?
I love that line.
Cease the tea. Like, I see.
I think that was sort
Make
of
a think there.
a nod to Dead Poets Society, because in Dead Poets he said "Carpe diem." He was quoting that quote.
Wow.
So now he says "Carpe
That
dentum."
came before this.
Yeah. That was 89. This is 93.
You and the dates, man.
I know. I don't know why. I just like dates.
Like, do you visualize it? You're like,
Kind.
Ghostbusters 2, 1989. Ooh.
It's weird because I'm not even good at math or anything. I just know the dates.
Yeah.
I know the years. It just comes to me.
Yeah, I mean, if Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was still on, if I was on it and that came up, I'd be like, Randy,
Lifeline.
Lifeline.
Thank you, sir.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. He just walks in.
I would have loved to see. I think I would have creamed my pants if I saw like Jim Carrey and Robin Williams do like a movie together
Oh,
at this
God.
point in time.
Yeah. That
Too
would
much star power.
Mm.
And I think Robin Williams was supposed to play the Joker or the Riddler.
The Riddler, yeah.
And that went to Carrey.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could have seen Robin Williams as the Joker. That would have been kind of cool.
I think he was up for the Joker too, actually.
The Joker and Riddler.
Yeah. I remember reading about the Joker.
But I'm glad they went with Nicholson.
Yeah. That was a big deal at the time.
Mm.
That was like unheard of for him.
Oh, the amount
It
of
was really, that was the first time that an actor decided to take a cut in percentage of his salary after the fact. So, yeah,
That's
it's the 90s. I have a thing about that. Like when movies refer to the date that they're in, I'm like, you just dated yourself. Like, you know.
Yeah, I think that's the first time they did this so far. And side note, speaking of dates, this was the second highest grossing film, I think, domestically, right behind Jurassic Park. So
In 93?
yeah, 93.
Yeah, right. See, again, that would not happen today. Well, there's no theaters anymore, but but like you wouldn't have like Jurassic Park was such a blockbuster action pack that would not like that's the equivalent of today's Marvel movie. Like a comedy would not go neck and neck
Oh no, not even close.
at all. Yeah.
Can't even. Yeah, there aren't even any good comedies really. I mean, Palm Springs was the last good one I saw.
Yeah, it's
I wouldn't place
yeah,
it in Jurassic Park territory.
or like comedy wise, like yeah, I know. Doesn't even come. Oh, here we go. Dressed like a woman.
Crap. Nice. Oh, damn. He applied the mask on so perfectly.
It actually took 4 hours. Like that's a very long wait.
Yeah.
There we go.
Delicious.
Now, wouldn't he notice the pepper on top though?
Yeah.
It's like so,
Or like the smelling it a little bit, you know?
so like obvious.
Mm. I always enjoyed the sound that he makes.
It's actually pretty good acting.
Like, right, yeah, he should have known there was pepper on it way before that.
Oof. I mean, it's decent acting, you know? Help is on the way.
I killed him.
I killed the bastard.
It was a very good jump over the countertop.
Yeah. He's athletic. Oof.
Have you guys ever choked in public before?
Thankfully, no.
Yeah, if I have, it was, it was almost a choke.
Like the wrong type, you know?
It's not fun.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
scary.
Jesus.
What are you looking
Uh-oh. She has the great facial expressions in this movie. Everything's like,
Daddy?
Daddy.
Oh.
Daddy?
Traumatic. That's not horrifying at all to a little kid.
Yeah.
I love how everyone's just staring in the back.
This is great. Sally Field's great here.
Great scene by Sally Field.
Oh, yeah.
Very funny. Very funny.
A side of her you don't see often.
Yeah. She's great. I mean, like, she should be in more stuff.
Yeah. I don't really know her earlier stuff, like was it Cannonball Run and
The Flying Nun.
The Flying Nun? Yeah.
Norma Ray is another one.
I think she won the Oscar for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strutsky and Hutch she was in, I think.
Okay.
Or, no, the Smoking the Bandits.
Oh, yeah.
Reynolds.
Yep.
Yeah, they had a thing.
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds, he was in interviewed before. He died, right?
I think he died last year.
Yeah. He was interviewed before, and he was he always said that Sally Field was the one who got away, and he wished that he did things different.
Interesting.
Good tie.
Another 90s.
That's a very bold move to wear in court.
Yeah. I don't agree with the combination. But.
No.
Hey, it's the 90s.
Indeed.
Gray on yellow on flower. Okay.
He has a blue jacket. He has a red jacket.
He's colorful. And the Sally Field's lawyer who has no lines in the movie.
Yeah.
She's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like the court scenes in this movie. They're too bad.
Can't live without my.
Melodramatic.
I remember choking up on this.
Oh.
You know, 60-year-old woman.
Not 60.
Yeah, right.
What is that flag? Is that California?
California, yeah.
So he raises a good point.
What was that?
No, he raises a good point. If he does all that, if he behaves in that manner, it could be potentially dangerous to the kids.
Yeah.
You know? So the sequel would be Daniel Hillard going into therapy and, you know, doing community service or something weird.
Nice house.
I wonder how close it is to the Full House house. Oh, and this actress, this lady, was she was the wife of the ranch owner in the first City Slickers. Jack, not Jack, I don't know his name, but the actor who played Clay Stone, who runs the ranch, that's his wife.
Oh.
So there you go, trivia.
Yeah. Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yes. Some product placement going on here. I saw Pepperidge Farm croutons, and I think I saw mustard. Not sure if it was.
The French fry.
Mm.
Swanson, maybe. I don't know. Movie with the best product placement.
Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Great Poupon.
Yeah. Reebok from head to toe.
Oh, which movie was oh man, the guy from Three's Company.
John Ritter.
John Ritter. The movie where he gets zapped into the television and it's like
Stay
all
tuned. Love that.
What is that?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Yeah. I recall a lot of.
It's a classic for me.
Yeah.
I think I'm announcing it right here and now. That'll be one of our movie commentaries.
There you go.
Future.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Definitely need to rewatch that.
Love it.
So funny.
Taco Bell in Renaissance Man, right?
You mean Demolition Man?
Demolition Man.
Nice. It's a fancy restaurant.
Renaissance Man.
That's Danny DeVito.
There you go. Okay.
Same year, I think. Or no, 1 year apart. I've never seen Renaissance Man, but I feel like I might like it.
It's not that great.
Okay. Isn't Mark Wahlberg in that? Like an early role?
One of the kids. I don't Think?
Uh,
Maybe.
no.
Maybe it's
I'm pretty. I think that's like his first.
really.
Yeah. It's weird. So now he's like a Mr. Rogers type.
Mm-hmm.
Kovacs.
Go back. You wicked, wicked monkey.
Ooh, you.
Now that's a good prop. Kovacs.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. That would be some serious coin.
Yes. I wonder if that's made by the Henson people.
Who knows?
Could be. Hollywood.
Just yells crazily.
Classic 90s hairstyle.
And the dramatic score, also pretty 90s.
Euphigenia.
Euthanasia. I can't even try pronouncing it. I can't. Euthanasia? Hmm. A spin-off show might have worked, like Mrs. Doubtfire's house, kind of like a Mr. Rogers neighborhood type of thing. Like it wouldn't address the it's Daniel Hillard. It would just be a universe in the movie, a fake universe.
I think they should have just made a Mr. Rogers type show with Mrs. Doubtfire and just
Yeah,
you do with the movie, just as a children's show.
yeah, like a spin-off,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like unofficial sequel, more of a spin-off.
Yeah, but Robin Williams wouldn't have done that.
No.
You can't have Mrs. Doubtfire without Robin Williams.
True. I mean, there are good impersonators out there, but I don't. Probably not. Yeah, he was one of a kind.
Oh, sure. You have to come over, but only as Mrs. Doubtfire.
Wear the bodysuit, but come as you
It
are.
becomes a horror movie.
Oh God.
You will always be Mrs. Doubtfire.
Don't doubt me. I'll set you on fire.
Harvey Firestein's partner, right?
No, that was the old
Dinosaur guy.
the dinosaur guy, right?
Well,
He's playing like Mr. McSpeedy.
well, before that, Mrs. Doubtfire said, and tomorrow we'll be hearing from Frank, who makes Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
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 Good promotion for his brother. Pretty good.
Like his hoodie, very 90s.
Yep.
Big dramatic. Love the door. Huge door.
Yeah, jumping door.
Oh.
Yeah, yay.
We're going to Never Never Land.
I'm the real Mrs. Doubtfire dressed up as Daniel. I'm making things really
Just
confusing.
layer upon layer of makeup.
Justice.
Oh.
Can a parent do that? Like, go against the court or like tell
I
the
don't
court?
think so. I think that's illegal.
tell the
That's
court-
violating the ruling, the order.
Or it seems like it would take months and months to get a hearing again with the courts to like rescind it.
I mean, they better not have Mrs. Sellner around.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah, because she pops up everywhere.
Yeah. She's in the bushes.
Hello.
Oh. That's funny.
Cue in the show.
Mm. Hmm.
And this is when it stops becoming a comedy.
It's sort of a bittersweet ending.
Yeah, no, it's great. You know,
It's like life, you know. It's like it's
Yeah.
pretty realistic.
it's great that they didn't like go ultra Hollywood and be like, oh, they're back together. You know,
Oh,
like
that
we
would
were,
have been a mistake. Yeah.
yeah, we were better people. Yeah,
He was still involved with Miranda, or he was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
This is a little too much for me.
I would actually like to see Daniel Hillard's dating life after this. I'm curious about that. That would make a good sitcom. I really wanted them to continue this. Is basically what I'm saying.
he
But-
decides that he's gonna go after the bus driver
Yeah.
dressed as Mrs. Doubtfire.
No, just as himself. I think. I go both ways. No. And there you have it.
And here's the credits. Yay!
A lovely film.
Yeah.
This was a good
Okay.
one.
Good pick.
Thanks. Do you recognize any names? Thug, Jim Cullen.
Yeah.
Dr.
Oh, Mr. Sprinkles, William Newman. The brother of Paul Newman. No, just kidding.
Nice.
Very cool.
So did you guys have fun?
That was awesome.
Good.
Very good pick.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad we all agreed on this one. This was a fun one, for
Yeah.
sure.
No, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah. I'd like to stay for the whole credits, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Gotta honor the cable man and the script supervisor.
Of course, the dolly, the grips, the best boys. There's just
Crap.
one best boy, because he's the best. Anyway. Mrs. Doubtfire bodysuits. Okay, good.
The best boy. That's a great. Actually, a buddy of mine, his stepfather does a lot of lighting crew. Like he's in the lighting union for a lot of movies. When we grew up, he did Law and Order, and like he got his brother-in-law involved in the business, and he just did the John Wick movies. But it's funny because they're called Best Boys. So like sometimes he appears on credits, and he's like, "Oh, there's my name, the Best Boy. I'm a Best Boy."
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's what does the Best Boy do exactly?
Electrician. Like
Okay.
he does the lighting work and the wiring and all that stuff.
Nice.
It's more complicated than you think. There's a lot of stuff that goes involved in that.
I imagine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this movie, this was 27 years old now. I think it's gonna stand the test of time. This is a classic comedy.
Yeah.
It's not that dated. It doesn't really feel like it's in the 90s. It kind of feels timeless.
Yeah.
And I really hope, future audiences, especially families and kids, see it, because it's got a lot of important themes. It's funny. It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's just an all-around good movie. It's just quality.
Oh yeah. You can't beat it. It's like just a great combination of story, filmmaking, performance. You don't really see it much anymore. You don't see a family comedy like this that is it just has a lot of heart, a lot of energy.
Yes.
And yeah, it's nowadays comedies are kind of mixed in with other things where it's either too schlocky or it's just a very obscure humor or it's tied into another genre. But this kind of stands the test of time.
Jared, for you, would you say this is like once a year a type of movie?
I would say multiple times a year.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Is there a specific holiday that you feel like this movie works best around, like Christmas time? It's not really a Christmas movie.
This is like a June movie. I don't know. It's just like an anytime movie.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's good whenever. It's good whenever.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
It's a lot of cross-dressers there.
Yeah.
Veterans Day.
Yeah.
No, it's like you could easily like play this with other John Hughes movies. It's Chris Columbus, so it's like has that feel.
Yeah.
It's you could play this with like Transplants and Automobiles and just do that next. So yeah.
Nice pairing. I like that.
Yeah.
Cool, guys. Well, I want to thank you so much for watching this movie with me. This was a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
And we'll do this again soon.
Cool.
Cool.
Well,
I want to thank everyone who's been listening to this commentary. This has been a lot of fun for me, and we're going to do another one next week for Jurassic Park. So we'll have more information on that soon. But I want to thank everyone again. Chris Clemente, thank you.
Thank you.
Jared Albert.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, everyone watching, thank you so much. I'm Randy Unger. This has been Unger the Radar presents Movie Commentaries. And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.